Jen.
Jen.
Yep.
Brandy, have you ever soldered before?
I have not.
Okay, so first timers, yeah, it's exciting.
I'm here at
Mark, are you
Factor
gonna
Labs in
solder?
Orlando, and I'm going to be soldering my own Makey pin. He lights up and everything. Okay, let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. Hi, Jessica.
Hi. Okay, so we're going to do the safety lesson first.
Yes.
This is a soldering iron. Soldering irons are hot.
Yes.
You want to touch the black part. The metal part is the part that gets hot.
Okay.
If you do happen to burn yourself, it's going to be a lot like if you catch yourself with a curling iron or the side of the oven when you're pulling something out. It'll sting, but it's not going to blister. It's not going to really cause any detrimental damage. It'll just be
Okay, good.
a bit of a surprise. So you're going to hold it like a pen or a pencil. If you're left-handed, you'll hold it in your left hand. If you're right-handed, you'll hold it in your right hand. And in your other hand, you're going to hold your solder.
Oh, it's in. Should I undo my?
You can have this one.
This stuff?
And you're
Oh.
going to want a longer tail on that.
Okay.
So go ahead and...
A little longer.
Yeah, usually you
Longer
want at least 2 or 3 inches. That'll keep you away from the heat. Oh, you need to unpackage your stuff.
Oh, hey.
We can't solder them if you
I
still
was-
in plastic.
I was trying to be safe.
Safety third.
Safety third. Maker credo. Okay, here we go. We have everything under control.
Yep, you're going to flip him over.
He's-
So we're going to solder his backside first.
Oh.
What you're going to
Hello.
do is you're going to hold the soldering iron, and you're going to put it down on that big silver circle,
Yes.
and you're going to hold it there for a second or two and let it warm up all the way down. You don't have to worry about hurting it. It's not going to melt or go away or anything like that. You're going to want to hold yours at a bit of a more angle.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so
So
more
it's
flat.
not just the tip that's hot, it's the whole thing that's hot. And the more surface area you touch, the hotter it'll get, the quicker. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your solder in your other hand, and you're going to start feeding it in between the soldering iron and that circle. And there's going to be a little bit of smoke, and it'll melt. So what we're doing is we're melting the metal.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So you can just kind of push it in there. You don't want too much, or you'll have the problem that Mayor Dyer did when his battery wouldn't go in.
Uh-oh.
How big of a
So
block?
that's good. And then what you're going to do is you're just kind of smush it around so it's smooth.
Around the whole circle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That looks great, Brandy. So now you're going to go ahead and holster it. And Jen, if you leave the soldering iron down,
Oh, and then just feed
yeah, and
this.
then just feed that.
Got it.
Some of the old school electrical engineers do the tapping, but for this you don't really need to because we've got a big enough target. Okay, that looks like you've got enough solder. So what you want to do is melt it and smush it around a little bit. You don't need to add any more solder to it.
Okay.
I'll hold his head.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was safe to
So
hold.
just hold it down and it'll melt in a second. Give it a little bit of pressure, and you're just going to kind of start smushing it around.
Ah, got it.
You're going to want to kind of cover up that circle.
Went well.
Perfect.
Woohoo!
All right, so now
Ask how
you're
the
going
soldering
to go
went.
ahead. They both worked. Just going to go ahead and holster that.
Did Mayor burn his fingers? That's what I want to know.
No.
Very good.
No burn.
All right, so the next part is the hardest part, and it has nothing to do with heat.
That's great.
Okay.
You're going to put the battery pack in. So the battery
pack.
is that silver, not the battery,
Not the battery.
the battery pack.
That's-
silver part. The
I knew
battery
that.
holder.
I knew that.
Is while they're still in elementary school,
Except
they gain an
The
appreciation
pokies
that
have to go through the holes,
they have.
Gotcha.
and then you have to flip it over.
Somebody made.
Okay, what
It's not
about, so
like
this
it's
is
just
the
a-
top?
Yep, that's going to go at the top.
This is
Elementary school saying.
correct.
You want the short one to line up with that tab.
So this way.
Yes.
Gets their mind.
Gotcha.
And you got to put the little legs through those holes.
Oh, goodness.
Once it's in, then you have to flip it over.
And not even.
And remember, you're working against gravity. Yep, Jen, that's perfect. You're going to flip it over so that those feet go through the holes.
Okay. I think I'm loose.
You got to,
Flip it over.
yep. Nope.
Nope.
Flip this part over. Go
Oh.
that way.
Oh, see, that's how the battery fits in. Okay.
All right, so now
That makes sense.
And then you have to flip it over so that we can solder his kneecaps on the front. And that's what's going to hold that piece in place.
Gotcha. So, maker tip, would having nails be a good or bad thing?
I wish that I had cut my nails today.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Did I get it?
Let's see.
Ah,
Yep.
yes.
Now we have to flip him over, and I use the
Okay.
corner of the table.
That's what I just did.
Oh, to mash it down?
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your soldering iron and you're gonna hold it between, so you can touch both that post and that circle with the iron at the same time.
Okay.
And then you're gonna do the same thing before. You're gonna melt some metal into it and give him some nice looking kneecaps.
All right.
Okay, so do I need to feed?
Come on, Mickey. We gotta look good.
So you're gonna put the iron down first. So you heat everything up.
The iron is down.
Feed that solder in.
I'm nervous all of a sudden. Why am I
Don't be
nervous?
nervous. Soldering is easy.
I don't know.
I want to make you look good, Mickey.
All we have to do is we have to get it on there so that we smush it around and make it adhere.
Does that seem like enough though?
Want me to make you a little snack plate? Road? No, or, I mean, we've got plenty of time. It's only 3. Oh, we do have
You need to go back to the science center? No?
No, I can drop everything back off tomorrow.
Okay.
No, I should probably go up there after work. Okay, I'm gonna hold his face so he doesn't move around for you.
Okay.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna take that little blob
Mm-hmm.
and melt it and smush it around so that it kind of adheres to that post. So just move it around a little bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on the other side.
Much larger. Is that going to be an issue?
No,
Okay.
we all have uneven bits, right? Okay, that looks great. So now you're gonna go do the other
One
side.
side is always bigger. It's Tasty Tuesday at the Milk Bar. I was thinking I could drop some cards off for the Maker Faire there.
Oh, that's exciting. I don't know if we have any left. Whatever you can steal from here, you're welcome to
There's a
take.
pretty big pile in the front.
Yeah, I don't know how much they gave Doug.
Can I
That
get
looks, yeah, that looks great.
Okay.
Go ahead and melt that one so it's not pokey. I don't want it to accidentally, the other one.
Oh,
I
this
don't want
one?
it to accidentally put somebody's eye out.
Poke your eye out, kid.
Perfect.
It's a little
Cool.
cathartic. I
Great.
felt like I just wanted to solve a whole bunch of stuff.
I want to make more things.
So now is the fun part. We're gonna pretend that he's our least favorite boss or a bad ex-boyfriend or
Oh,
something like that.
no.
And we're gonna stab him right through the middle of the forehead with that pin.
Mickey. Oh boy. This pen?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry,
And if
Mickey.
you're out of people, you can pretend he's my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure we all have somebody in our life.
in your honor.
In case you were,
And then, so go ahead and grab Mickey with your other hand,
Okay.
and then stab him, and then flip him over, because we're gonna solder his pointy side.
Got it. Okay.
You can hold the pin, and that way it won't fall out.
Got it.
And go ahead and put him down.
So easy. I'm sure after a while
All right.
it's like,
Done.
Now, just like we did on the kneecaps, where you wanted the iron to touch the circle and the post,
Mhm.
we're gonna do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Oh, your finger's really close there. I'll hold his butt.
Unholstering.
Mhm.
This really is a
And then you
fine
can
art.
Use the other hand to start feeding that solder in.
I think of all the broken jewelry I've thrown away over the years.
Yeah, jeez.
no more.
No.
Put a little bit more, but
more.
you're pretty good. All right, Brandy, you're good. Go ahead and holster.
What about that?
Jen, you can put a little bit more on there, because melting things is fun, right?
Melting things is pretty fun.
That looks great.
Awesome.
wow, this is a
Rah!
creative.
Okay.
Brooks will be so proud of me.
You're gonna go back to the office with a little put on. Okay, so now we have to put his eyes in, which
Okay.
are those LED lights. And if you pick up Mickey and look at him, where his eyes are gonna go, there's a teeny tiny plus sign and a teeny tiny minus sign. And if you look at the LED lights, there's a long leg and a short leg.
Okay.
Which one do you think is the positive?
The long one.
That's
So
what
you're
I was
just
gonna
put those
guess.
in, and you want to make sure you put them in the right order. Otherwise, his eyes won't light up. And then what you can do is you can kind of spread those legs apart, and that way they won't fall out when we flip him over.
There's a song in here. I've got to figure it out. There we go. We have eyes. Bloop, 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 bloop.
So now you're gonna flip him over so we can start. You can spread his little legs apart, or you can just hold them when you flip. That works too.
Boom.
Okay.
There we
So
go.
flip him over because we're going to work on that side. Yep. Jen, I would actually spread yours out a little bit
Like
just to give you a little bit more space.
this way?
Between the two. So 2 forks.
2 forks. Oh. Like a TV.
Mm-hmm.
Old school TV. Oops. Ah. Okay. There we go.
Yep.
Sweet.
So now, if you look at the pin that we just did, see how it looks like a tiny
Crafting
volcano?
photo?
Pin is great. That's what we want on these. We want 4 tiny little volcanoes. So we're going to do the exact same thing that we've been doing.
All right.
I'm going to give you a little longer lead. We're getting a little
Okay.
close.
Also, maker tip, hair. Best to tie it back, I would assume? Okay. Yes. That's what I thought. The things I think of while I'm doing stuff that I should have thought of
The
beforehand.
things that we think of
The safety.
when we're teaching children and suddenly you smell burning hair.
It's like, ah.
Oh man.
I get it. I get it.
It's soldered, but my blob.
You blob
froze a
blob.
little.
Okay.
Higher than.
So go ahead and put your iron in.
Okay. I'll be very careful not to burn you.
I'm really good at not getting burnt.
Good.
And then from the back side, you're going to go ahead and feed that in.
Like right there.
Yep. Now pull the iron off. Ding. Okay. Now put the iron on the first one.
Oh. I thought I had
Come
it.
on. In your other hand. You're going to do this.
Oh.
You're doing this, not me. So go ahead and put the iron down, and then you're going to feed a little bit of solder. Pull it off. Ding. Perfect.
Sweet.
Now the next 2.
All right. Oops.
3rd time's a charm.
Is that it?
And put the iron down. Because it needs to touch the bottom. So
Did I get it?
something's going on with that. Let me
Uh-oh.
see your iron for a second.
Am I too goopy?
Yeah. We just needed a quick wipe.
So that's a you can wipe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a sponge?
Yep. It's
Oh,
just
cool.
a wet sponge.
Awesome.
Okay.
Do it from this side,
Let's
maybe?
put your iron in, like right there.
Cool.
And then
Come in from this. Whoops. Hang on. I need a little more lead. There we go.
Do we cut these now?
I always test the battery first because if we did something wrong, it's a lot easier to fix when there's still a long lead. That should be good. Perfect. Now the last one.
Oops.
That should be great.
Boom.
Okay. Those are perfect.
Sweet.
You want to show everybody on your Google Glass? Little volcanoes. Perfect little volcanoes.
Little volcanoes, baby volcanoes. I wish I had a focus ring on this. I don't. Sadly, no.
So you're going to go ahead and holster that. That's the last of the
Do you
soldering.
have the battery going in correctly, right?
No,
it's upside down.
backwards. Smooth side up.
That way it wasn't going very easily.
Take me to your leader.
Okay, so now you're going to test it. You're going to slide the battery in smooth side up and see if his eyes light up.
Should I do the reveal?
Stronger to poke it out with.
Do the reveal. Okay. Battery.
Nope, wrong way. Smooth side up.
Oh, I thought I had that. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I know. And I don't even know if that's
Oh, maybe I gotta look. There we go. Woo!
Yay!
I made it.
Yay! So now we have to turn them into a pin. So you're going to take these guys
Uh huh.
and snip those off right at the top of your volcanoes.
Got it. All right. Husky tools.
Your brother owns a bar.
Your brother owns a bar. No kidding. That explains
So we have a few in here.
We're about there.
Usually we use smaller snips, but I forgot to bring any, so I used what I could borrow.
Let me do one more actually.
Maybe the other side would be a better idea.
Thanks so much.
Tell your brother I love bar. I'm there once a month or so.
Oh,
I actually saw
awesome.
the.
Did you go to the 2 years?
Woohoo! Snip.
The 2-year anniversary.
Done.
I was there, I think later that
Now you
weekend.
can turn him
because
into a
that was when they
pin.
switched out to
The
the
one-
Teenage
Snip, snip.
Turtles.
Yeah. After that though, they did the.
So he's a little wonky-eyed.
It gives him character.
I think so.
That's what all exactly.
Five alive.
He hauled out
So you're gonna
like
snip
20
him,
extra
yeah, right at the top of the
five
volcano.
golf machines. And he only did it for one night. So it was just
And that's it?
shuffle
That's
it
it?
all in.
You soldered.
Shuffle it all in. So that's how we ended up with it.
Yeah. Sweet.
But I think he's gonna do
Thanks,
it again.
Jessica. Thanks, Factor Labs.
Oh, like, we're not-
Thanks, Maker Fair.
Yeah, I think maybe
I don't know who else to
so it
thank.
makes a little bit more
Thank you.
legitimate sense. He's not just